Could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Chris Cornell from Audioslave.
Timmy C, bass player, Audioslave.
How are you doing, guys?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine. When did you arrive here?
Just now.
No, just yet.
Yeah.
Where did you come from?
From Paris. We played a show in Paris last night.
How was it?
It was great.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was very hot, but it was very good.
How's it been out on the road now with the new album?
It's been exciting. The show's been great. We've been getting better. The songs get better every night. The set list is great, and it's an exciting show.
Cool. Is it weird because I just saw you like running into people who you never see, or you've seen before, but you don't recognize here now on this festival, like friends from other bands? How's that?
I don't have any friends from other bands.
No?
No.
Okay. Do you?
I don't really have any friends at all.
Okay.
Will you be my friend?
Yeah?
I mean, the guys in my band are my friends.
Okay.
You know, and then my wife, my daughters, and that's about it, though.
Okay. Hey, but new album, Out of Exile, I love it. It's great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Was it easy writing this album?
I mean, the way that we work, I feel like, I don't want to say easy because I think it's it's always a challenge.
Yeah.
But the fact that it is a challenge, the fact that we rise to the occasion, we meet the challenge every time we go into write, makes us very prolific. It makes the songwriting process go quickly. It makes the attitude of, for example, if we had to go write all new music for a fresh album tomorrow, it's not daunting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like, oh shit, we got to write 15 songs, man. This is going to be a long, we got one song, it's going to be months before we have 10. I don't feel like that.
Okay.
But it's not, it's not effortless. Everyone in the band gives 100% all the time to make us as prolific as we are.
Cool. I was in the studio recording with Rick Rubin.
It's always good to record with Rick. He's got great ideas, and it's fun to come up with a song and then run it by him, and see if he has anything else that he might think about that we haven't thought of. And this time it was really good because there wasn't a lot of things that he thought of that we didn't already think of, you know. And so we pretty much had the songs done and ready to go by the time we hooked up with Rick, and he did make a few little changes, and I enjoy the changes that he makes, and it's not like he's bringing in musical parts. He's just saying repeat that or play this, play it a fifth higher or lower or something like that, and that it usually works out. But then we also got to work with Brendan O'Brien, who has worked with all of us in the past, and he's an amazing guy as far as a guy who can capture the right tones of instruments and that sort of thing. So I really believe that we got the best of both worlds with Brendan and with Rick.
Cool. About the lyrics, how do you start writing a lyric? In what condition are you then?
I'm not sure what you mean.
No, when you start, when do you write a lyric? Like, is it like words coming up and then write it down? How do you do it?
Every possible way that you can do it, I'll do it. I don't have a static method. Sometimes ideas come while we're writing the song right on the spot, and most of the lyrics are there, and I just have to write them down some other day. Or the bulk of the idea happens right then, but I don't really, I'll write it all later on. I just get the vague idea of what I want to sing about. Sometimes, I don't like what I'm singing lyrically, and it'll all come later. But in any possible way that it works is the way that I'll do it.
How do you start writing a song? Is it going together into a rehearsal room and just start jamming?
Yeah, Tim might be playing something, Tom might be playing something, Brad might start a groove, and then somebody starts playing something, and then I just make up on the spot something to sing over it.
I mean, are you focusing on the melody then, or?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Be like having 4 artists and 1 canvas, and then just trying to make a great picture that everything worked, and just doing it all at the same time, and working with the other guy and connecting it and molding it. And I think you could get amazing art that way. It's too bad more artists don't work that way, because it's four people.
That's why you're so big.
Better than one,
That's why you're so big then.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, but that's the way you work, so that's the thing that makes success. That's cool.
Well, hey, I think it's extremely rare. I don't know, Soundgarden worked that way for a very short period of time. with like 4 guys in a room kind of working, and then there wasn't the patience or the trust or the attention span, and the trust part of it is huge. You know, I look at I think of bands actually that I think were great, like Smashing Pumpkins and Nirvana, but really there was one person that was kind of writing all the songs and then coming in and you know, to a degree, like in Smashing Pumpkins, really telling everybody what to play. Yeah. I still feel like there were bands and sometimes great bands, but not like what Audioslave is. And the trust part is, I think that in a sense is the freest. In the sense it requires the most discipline. It requires the most humility. But the payback is just like immediate. I mean, this record, this is the payback. That's not the song list. It's on here. This is the payback.
Is it a better way? Because I know from Rage Against the Machine that songwriting was a bit not like really a team. Like you just told.
The same kind of thing where the first record, it was 4 guys in a room writing, and I believe that the first record is probably the best record.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We, after the first record, wrote in a really weird way, in that me and Tom and Brad would get together all the time and write songs and write a batch of music and then give it to Zach, and Zach would like one song. And then at the end of the day, we'd end up using pretty much all the stuff that was on that tape, but we would just bring it in later, you know? And it was just like kind of like pulling teeth. And when we would get 10 songs, a record was done. We were excited. A record's done. Whereas with
That's
Chris,
a struggle then, huh?
With Chris, it's different. It's more fun. Like he said, there's trust. And when you trust that not only that you're going to work as hard as you can on somebody else's idea, but that somebody else is going to work as hard as they can on your idea, when you know that that's going to happen, that makes it fun. Okay. And it's been a long time since I've had fun. And that's you know, it felt really great to write 20 some odd songs and then select a great record from that. You know?
How many songs did you write in total?
For this record, 21 or 2. Same as the last record.
Okay. Was that also on the internet then?
No.
The demos from the first album were also?
No.
You kept it in the studio.
It got out there a week before or something like that, though. But that
I didn't know that.
Just the 12?
Yeah, the record got on there like a week before, but that actually is pretty good now. Yeah. So we've just embraced that as part of the deal.
Actually, like the mastering and manufacturing is the leak. Yeah.
You should get a camera on that one.
Yeah. Well.
Oh yeah, you'd see some weak links in the chain there.
Oh yeah. Hey, about lyric wise, what Be Yourself, the first single? Could you tell something about that one?
It's this very simple, kind of self-explanatory idea, I think. You know, and it doesn't. To me, ultimately, it's like a very hopeful song lyric, even though it kind of goes back and forth, the juxtapositions of different people at different points of their life, their different moods, whatever. But you know, the song, I kind of had an idea about. I kind of was craving a song like "Be Yourself," in sort of in the spirit musically of something just simple in one riff. And I was thinking about it in the morning of a day that we were going to be working in the rehearsal room. I got there, and Timmy was the only one there, and he was playing the passage, the part, the riff. And it was exactly what I was thinking about. And that's like an example of the weird synergy that happens when you have that trust and you have that, and also the work ethic, where I came in and I go, wow, I was just thinking that, and that's like exactly it. And then, you know, let's make this into something right now. Not like, oh yeah, let's chill, and then like today or tomorrow or next week we'll go over and do something with that maybe, and then maybe we'll forget it. You know, it was like that. That was, you don't take stuff like that for granted. It's weird that I would be thinking about it, and he actually has written it. And then we, you know, the song was written in an hour after Tom and Brad got there.
Okay, that's
and words were there right away. He was singing those words, you know, and so that song was done like in a very short time, and that's an example of a quick song. But some of them we put more work into, you know, and then they all go through a sort of a refining process. But basically, that song stayed the way it was, you know, like.
Cool.
Hey, but example would be Heaven's
Space, by the way, is it a rehearsal space?
Yeah, it's one of them, I think. Yeah, this is one of them.
Get more.
Heaven's Dead was on was something like the verse part was something Tom was just kind of noodling around with one day for a second, and I don't know if he'd had it on a tape or something, but we were working on one song, and then he was noodling around on that while Tim and Brad left the room for a second, and I kept remembering that, but we were working on another song, so we finished it, and a few days went by, and I kept remembering to ask him about that little part, and he thought it was just kind of nothing, a little part, whatever. And then eventually we finished all the other stuff we were working on. We came to that, and it turned into that song. It's one of my favorite songs on the record.
Just want to ask, what's your favorite song on the record? So that's yours. Yeah.
Well, you know, an example. One of my favorite songs is a song called "The Worm."
Okay.
And that one was really hard. We all had to do wine enemas. Before that, we did. We had 4 bottles of wine, a little bit of lubricant, and we just fucking poured them right in our ass.
Like non-alcoholic wine, which is like normal wine, it's 13% alcohol to 20. Non-alcoholic wine is like 0.1. So I had to sit on about 30 bags of wine to get it to happen for me. These guys right away were kind of loosened up and playing the song, and I was just like bag after bag. Boda bags, the ones, you know, the lambskin ones.
That's what Chris came with, that philosophy of the Boda bag instead of actually the bottle. Yeah. It's a lot easier to insert, and then it's soft, and you can kind of caress it as you're forcing it in.
Yeah. And you don't run into problems down the road, surgical issues, shit like that, because
the record company I had to quit, so sorry.
Talk a little more about the Wine Enema.
Yeah, me too. But
it's like taking a shot in the neck.
Okay.
We'll leave you with that.
Yeah, thanks a lot.